This is part 2 of how the flow of change works. This is an attempt to help you understand the diagrams in the book, The Flow of Change for the Soul, from In the Mind of Something Greater. Now, this information came to me through visions, and it was very difficult for me to be able to draw these diagrams. I visualized the God of all gods coming into me and providing me with knowledge so that I could change from the inside out. And I utilized symbols to be able to explain this information to the best of my ability. So just to refresh your memory from part 1, I draw this symbol 2 to help you understand the Creator. You have the soul as this symbol, the inspirations, the thoughts, the emotions, the principles, the Holy Spirit, grace, death, life. This is the Spirit. This is your thoughts. This is the knowledge. This is the heart. This is the emotions. This is the easiest way I can break down what I was being shown as far as what all of this is the flow that's coming through us. Now, the flow of awareness comes through the Creator. The Creator is the source of all knowledge, the source of creation. And this source goes through all things in the universe. And as it goes through the universe, I see it going into the soul, which the soul in human form sets beside the heart. And I elaborate on that in part 1 if you want to refer back to that. Now, just to refresh your memory on the flow of creation. The flow of creation is what the Creator is all about. The intent is to create out in this universe. So we have the Creator that has the principles hard at work to carry out the wishes of what the Creator wants. And I do elaborate that in part 1 as well. The principles are what you call the guides, the angels, whatever format you want to visualize how the Creator is bringing information and protection to you. It's through the principles. And the principles carry the knowledge from the Creator into the Spirit. And as this source of energy holds the knowledge, it has the free will to take the information into the thoughts and the emotions within the body. It's very important what the thoughts and the emotions are, and that determines which type of spirit comes into the body. If you are full of anger, you are allowing the spirit of anger inside of you. And this source will bring whatever emotion with the knowledge that lies here into the heart and ultimately into the prize of all prize, the soul. The soul is the most important because this carries all memories from all past lives, all information within the universe that is a part of the Creator. So this has all, but this is like a little piece of what the Creator is, but it still holds all knowledge. It has access to connect directly to the Creator for that all knowledge. But depending upon what type of spirit it is connecting with is which type of information it will be able to hold. That's why they say there is a war for the soul. And that is because, as I've said before, the principles are at work. Now, to refresh your memory of the components. These components are the way I explain how the flow of change worked inside of me. I didn't wake up just one day and feel all loving and have a connection with the God of my understanding. It was a process for me. I was in a state of desperation because I didn't believe in anything outside of myself. And I had reached a point in my life where I knew I could not live this way on my own any longer. I elaborate more on these components in part 1 as well. And as I went through the process of being humbled by the thought that, wait a minute, there's something greater out there than just myself. And I moved into the hope and the faith and the beliefs, which changed my morals, which changed my virtues, which ultimately changed my thoughts. And that intertwined with my intentions, which brought me the knowledge, which came from the Spirit. So, to elaborate on that a little more, the flow of the components. This is the way I see how all of these components work. I view it like a volcano that is erupting as we change. We have our foundation for our belief system here. We have our desperation, our humility, our hope, and our faith. These 4 components make up our belief system, and they will set the foundation for everything else that will be happening within our morals and within our virtues, ultimately within our thoughts and what our intentions are. And all of these are so important because of the knowledge that we will receive as a result. Remember what I said, that based upon what type of spirit comes into the body that you allow in, it's going to be determined by the thoughts and the emotions. And your thoughts and emotions are very important, because if you're allowing a negative source of energy inside of you, this is going to go down into your foundation of who you are, which is going to be your belief system, your morals, what type of values you hold in your life. And that impacts what type of action you take, your virtues. And your virtues will begin to change your thoughts. Now, as I've elaborated in part 1 as well, your intentions are very important, because if you are saying one thing and doing another, this is going to confuse the principles who are here to help guide you on your proper path and what your purpose is within this dimension. So as a result of that, that is what type of knowledge you will be receiving. All of this works together. All of it's important. Now, when I started this, I didn't even know what virtues were, let alone any of this information. So I had a lot of studying to do as I learned this process. Now, the flow of the virtues, why are they so important? The virtues are your actions. And if your actions do not coincide with the intentions, it's going to confuse everything. So the Holy Spirit brings in, through grace, what type of knowledge you are going to have. As I said in part 1, I'm not going to focus on the other types of spirits that are out there and what type of knowledge they can bring into the body. I focus on the Holy Spirit because I feel that is the type of spirit that lives within me today. And the reason I know that is because I'm a better person. I want to help people today. I'm doing this because I want more of this grace. I want to share the knowledge that the Holy Spirit is giving me because I want more grace, because it has healed me from the inside out. I have been healed from cancer. I have been healed from lupus. I have been healed from the thoughts of wanting to die. I now wake up today with the thought that I can't wait to see what's going to happen for me today. In comparison to when all this started, that I hated to wake up in the morning. So this is the flow of the virtues. The Holy Spirit brings the grace into the knowledge that looks at your intentions. And based upon these intentions, it will give you thoughts for what your virtues are going to be at any given time. I remember wanting to help a homeless person, and the thought of that did not enter my mind in the past, that I wanted to give a homeless person money before. This was something new for me, that this thought came, that I genuinely wanted to help this homeless person, for example. There's many other examples that I can give. Now, this process for me, as I became aware that there was the Holy Spirit, I was floating through my days. I was like above my body for like a 2-week period before someone helped me understand that this is called the Holy Spirit. And as this occurred, I realized I had to develop a relationship with the God of my understanding. And to be able to do that, I had to view it like a relationship that I have with anyone else in my life. And if it's like a friend, for example, I have to talk to that friend to keep that connection strong. So I started viewing my relationship with the God of my understanding in that format, that I had to start talking to this God. And that came through prayer. And prayer became very important as I saw how the words, your words, bring out action in this dimension. The vibration of your words make all the difference. And prayer brings the words out that activate the heart and the soul. The words go straight to the heart, and the heart ignites the soul. And what the soul does, it ignites the 10 components to get you started. And the components are what connect you to your higher power. And I think that is what started the process for me. And that was through the prayer that I had created to try to start a relationship with the God of my understanding. Now, the flow of words to the soul. You have your words that go to the heart and they go to the soul. The words ignite the heart ignites the feelings, and the feelings are what ignite the soul. And the soul, again, ignites the connection to your higher power. Flow of words. You have your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your knowledge, and your intentions. It's very important that you know your intentions. And the reason for that is that's how the principles know what path you're going on, is by your intentions. Your intentions receive energy from your desperation. That helps bring the foundation, the flow of the components forth, the energy, the type of vibration that you ignite within the body. The intentions mix with your beliefs to bring the thoughts. And the knowledge comes from the higher power. It's very important to remember that. To be able to get the knowledge for creation, you want to make sure that your intentions that are mixed with your belief system, you have no room for confusion in any of this. And to get more knowledge, you must speak the knowledge that you are given. So that's the process that I'm in right now. I'm learning how to speak the knowledge that is given to me. And we are going through a big growth spurt on our planet. And there are going to be more and more people who are going to be experiencing this growth, and they're not going to understand it. So it's going to be very important that you try to be conscientious of this process, because a lot of things are going to start happening very rapidly to everyone. So, just a quick summary, because I don't want this video to be too long. People have a short attention span. So, things to remember. Your virtues change your thoughts. Your thoughts are reflected in the intentions. The type of spirit you connect with is determined by how much love or how much fear you hold. That, my friends, is some of the most important things that you have to remember as we go through this big growing spurt that we're going through right now. And remember, fear turns to love as you say the words of love. Even if you don't feel it, say it. It eventually will ignite the soul. The words will vibrate into the air, and it will go straight into the heart, straight into the feelings, which will ignite the soul. And love is the emotion for creation. So that's very important as we expand out into this dimension. You have to feel love for creation. If you feel anything other than love, it will be short-lived. And speaking the truth brings more knowledge. Out of all of these things to remember number 6 the most. Honesty. Honesty starts the flow of change for everything that you are. So thank you. If you find this information helpful, please subscribe.